you today that his light is shining in the county. But the other reflection is that what come out of your house reflects you.
Okay.
What comes out of this church is a reflection on what he's taught.
Well,
and I've been around long enough to know that you can teach all you want, but some people just don't want to hear.
Okay.
But I came today to let you know what comes out of this church and how you represent yourself in your community and your home reflects his teaching.
Yes.
And I know that he's a mighty good teacher.
Yes, sir.
And I know that he puts his whole heart, soul, and mind in what he's taught.
Yes, sir.
But the situation that I came to tell him today, and that it will stick to his head, that he's on a divine purpose. He has a divine purpose, that he on a mission. It's only been set on a divine schedule, and he need to be able to meet that divine schedule. And so we come on the 19th day, 19th anniversary of this pastor. And I'm very proud of Bishop Landon Mason.
Yes.
I'm very proud of where the Lord has carried him. Other thing, Bishop, let me tell you that the Lord says that there's been a lot of things done. That the Lord says that he hadn't provided for you. He says that now when you go in the community, when you go out to build bridges for others, when you work with people that really don't understand, when people, they slide by because people don't go to them and try to get them help. They really don't know how to get help. They really don't understand. They had nobody down there that had patience to help get them through. They had nobody to go and say, come, let me help them. Now you're there.
Okay.
Your purpose for being there is a divine purpose. Your purpose for being there. The Lord has sent you in this place for a time like this.
Okay.
And so I say to Saunders Grove, as you continue to support your pastor, I say to Saunders Grove, as you continue to let your light shine, that his light might be able to shine even brighter, that the glory of God will be shining through him. I say to you, do what you have been called to do. Serve as you have been called to serve. I heard the young lady say it today when she stood up there and said, Bishop, you have opened up some things. I was in the back room when he was teaching this morning, was opening up some things. And he has so much patience and so much control over what he's doing that it is the Lord. And so I tell you today that education doesn't get us everywhere. But with education, you can go anywhere. And with the education and Jesus Christ working in your life, that will allow you to meet people that you didn't know that you would meet, and go places you didn't know you would go, and sit in crowds that you didn't know that you would be there. And so I come today to tell you, Bishop, let your light shine, that men and women, boys and girls might see your light and glorify the Father which is in heaven. To all of us, we've got a light. The old people used to sing the song, this little light of mine. Well, I'm going to let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm going to let it shine. In my home, I'm going to let it shine. In the church, I'm going to let it shine. In my neighborhood, I'm going to let it shine. In my talking, I'm going to let it shine. 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 Bishop, on today, I say to you, allow the Lord to shine through you, knowing that what you have to do is a divine purpose, but you must allow the Lord to shine through you. That you must never take for granted that it's mine, and I know you won't, but it's about Christ that is in you. You've got to understand, I read a story about where there was a man that that had never had any education at all, no college education, and he was working this job, had been working there for a long time, and when he got ready to retire, they would send people from Harvard and Yale and all those people, but this man with no college background would have to teach him. And when they would give him diplomas and gratitude and tell him how great job he's done, he said, it's not me, but it's the Christ that's in me. I want you to understand today that it's not him, but it's the Christ that's in him. You got to continue to work. It's like a garden. It's like a flower bed. You got to continue to work that you might get the first flower that you can get.
All right.
You know, at home, I live on each side. There are people on each side plant flowers. And I don't like flowers. But because their yard looks so pretty. I decided that I got to go, Brother Henry, and buy me some flowers. Because I don't need their yard showing up my yard. And even though I think my yard look good, but the different colors in the yard make the yard look better. And so I got to go, and I told them, I said, look here, I don't like what y'all done to me. Y'all making me buy flowers, and you know, when you buy flowers, you got to work them. Yes, sir. And this is what it is with us. We've got to work one another. We've got to help one another. We've got to make the best we can out of one another. This life of ours don't belong to us, but we belong to Jesus Christ. And through Jesus Christ, we need to make everybody else as best as we can make it. Then if we would work on everybody else, God will work on us to make us all that we need to be. I say to you at Sons Grove, you have a good pastor. You have a good first lady, leading lady. Yes, you have a good leading lady. You have a good first son, and I say to you that do all you can to make that life easy. It's not easy to go out and deal with people with all kinds of stuff. You know, I get around people and I pick up what they think and I pick up what they're doing, and it don't work good. You need to keep him prayed up because he's going among people, and when you go to build bridges, you build bridges from the lowest to the highest. No matter what he run into, you need to have him prayed up that he might be able to meet the divine purpose. My. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I have one more story before I go, and I want to tell you there was a man that was a good mechanic, and he was working on helicopters. And he said, "Boss says if I get this helicopter fixed, can I fly it?" And he said, "Yes, you can." So he got the helicopter fixed, and he took it up, and about 5 minutes later it crashed. The boss went out there and he said, Sam says, "What happened?" He said, "Boss, when I got up about 2,000 feet, he said, you know that little fan that got turned up there, it got cold. And I turned it off." I want you to know that everybody in church can't do everybody's job. You got to make sure that if you're a mechanic, be a mechanic. If you're a choir member, be a choir member. If you're an usher, be an usher. If you're a preacher, be a preacher. Everybody can't do everybody's job. I just thought I would leave that here with you. I've got one more thing to say. Some 2,000 years ago, Jesus Christ gave his life that we might have a right to the tree of life. And they tell me that on Friday night that he laid there, and on Saturday night that he laid there, but so early on that Sunday morning, he said when Mary went to the grave, they found everything in place. They found that his robe was there. They found that the bandage that they had around his head was there, but they said that it was all rolled together like it had never been used. It goes to let us know that it was rolled together, and what it said to us, that the job is not finished. You know, when you get through eating that you take your napkin, you wipe your mouth, you ball it up, you set it on the table. But this had been used and looked like it had been used and folded.